handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. Larong aking pinag-usayan, walang pake kahit na malatayan. Kahit anong sabihin nila, wala akong pakialam sa lahat ng bagay. Alam nyo na ba, hindi nyo ako maikukumpara. Bawat laro sa aking kada pasa, sa alab na puso laging aasa. Handang sugurin ang lahat, tigante man ang katapat. Panis yan sa'kin sapagkat panalo ay aking hangad.
Mabigyan ng buhay, pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay. Sa daang matira matibay, ang kailangan ko lang ay magsanay. Hindi na pwede na ako ay panghinaan, lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan, tapas at tapang sa bawat laban.
NBL, ito ang ligan ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang ligan ng bayan, nag-aalap ng pusong handang makipagsabayan.
And hello again, basketball fans. You're just in time to join us for our main offering today at the 2023 National Basketball League President's Cup. It's the main game between the home team, Team Muntinlupa, against the visitors, the Damayang Filipino Bulacan Stars. Andy Servino here at courtside of the Hoopla Gym inside the Angeles Resort in Barangay Poblacion. And of course, we look at the numbers. These two teams, by the way, they know each other. They met last August 4 at the Colegio de Sebastian Gym in San Fernando, Pampanga. And in that game, the Stars, bouncing back with a big win, 110-103. Of course, exhibiting. What can we say about exhibiting? 38 points. That is the NBL President's Cup record right now for most points in a game. Yes, 38. The record held and set in that game by the shooter par excellence of the Bulacan Stars, exhibiting. Look at that numbers. 16 out of 24. Very efficient. You can say he shot about 67%. On the other hand, a lot of the fortunes of Muntinlupa has, lied on the shoulders of Crispin Buboy Barnedo. Okay, so after set those 38 points, the record was exceeded by Crispin Barnedo with 39 points. So in that game, we saw two players, one shot 38, another shot 39. So it was a virtual shootout at the Colegio de Sebastian gym in San Fernando, Pampanga. So what an entertaining shootout that was. And hopefully, they will relive that shootout today, much to the entertainment of our fans who have trooped to witness the action. Of course, this is the final elimination round game for the Bulacan Quintet. On the part of the home team, the Team Muntinlupa, after this game, they will have 2 more games left on their schedules. Okay, so let's see what will be the stakes. But before that, let's turn you over to our Coliseum announcer for the starting lineups.
And welcome to our main game. This is the NBL 2023 Season President's Cup. Ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown Angeles Resort. Live on Aliwa Channel 23. Kompleto na ang channel mo. It's Bulacan DF Stars versus your Muntinlupa. Here are the starting 5 for both teams. First, for Bulacan DF Stars. At guard number 55, exhibiting. Point guard number 11, Christian Nescio. Power forward number 6, John Cruz. Also at forward number 8, Paulo Ebardo. And at center number 10, Joseph Celso. Bulacan DF Stars is led by Honorable Governor Daniel Fernando, assisted by Alan Ray Baluyot. And now, make some noise for the starting five of your Muntinlupa. Starting at forward number 5, Kyle Villablanca. Power forward number 6, 30 Sabado. At guard number 17, Rense Heralao. Playing center number 19, Crispin Barnedo. At guard number 24, John Mark Ondevilla. The Muntinlupa's head coach is Vinci Salvador, assisted by Harold Arboleda. Referees for this ball game.
All right, the starting fives have reported to the court, and we are ready for battle here at the Hoopla Gym inside Angeles Resort. Andy Cervino again at courtside to bring you every bit of the action as it unfolds right before your very eyes. Celso versus Barnedo for the opening tip, won by the team in white. That's the Bulacan Stars. Biteng. And on cue, Biteng says, maybe another 38-point game would be nice to close out our elimination round. Of course, right now, the Bulacan Stars, they have a win-loss record of 3 wins and 5 losses. And if they win today, they need to win today in order to keep their hopes alive for a tie for the second semifinal slot in Group A. Because they are right now 3-5. Camsur is at 6-3. And then Luid Kapampangan is at 4-3. So there's a possibility for Bulacan to draw even with the Luid Kapampangan, especially if Luid Kapampangan loses their last 2 games next week. Because in our earlier game today, the check that, Camsur is on 5-4 rather. And now Binyan is at 5-4. So earlier today, the Tatak Gel Binyan won over the Camsur Express. And now Camsur is at 5-4. And now there's still a possibility for Bulacan to catch up with the number 2, Luid Kapampangan. All right, Villablanca. It's Sabado with the jumper. Okay, Sabado playing for now without the braids. Last time you had braids on. Last time I saw him. We are tied at 4-all. 2 minutes gone by in the ball game. Evardo. So looking at the starting lineups, Evardo is the little tweak, you can say, from the starters, because they have 4 usual starters. So it's Evardo. Now Evardo has taken the place usually occupied by either Arvi Humacio or Warlow James Batak. Oh, it's Sabado to Ondevilla. No. All right, Cruz fakes. Cruz. Oh, nice pass to Celso, but Celso was not ready. And here's the attack. 3-man break. And a foul given up on Villablanca by Evardo. So at the line, Villablanca. Now in their last game, last Friday, Muntinlupa lost badly to the Taguig Generals at the Dueñas Gym. You can say that Villablanca was the missing link in that game because Guboy Barnedo, John Mark Ondevilla, they had their usual super numbers. But Villablanca was firing blanks. It was not his usual game. Meanwhile, Biteng, with his, I believe, his second basket of the game, gives the lead back to the Stars. Barnedo against Celso. So today, Barnedo is penciled in as the center. Oh, one-hander. And Herelao with the connection. Meanwhile, Eduardo wants the points back quickly. No good. It is cleared by Barnedo. Look at that. Ondevilla with a burst of speed. Puts on the brakes. Extra pass inside. Oh, yes. So I guess they're making an effort to, help Kyle Villablanca forget his debacle last game. Now Biteng, that's his third connection. 3 field goals already for XC. Meanwhile, we have a high-scoring game developing here. The foul is on Cruz. So now possible a 3-point play here for Hilario Sabado. Oh yes, that's an obvious foul there by Cruz. And Sabado completing the 3-point play. So lead now up to of Muntinlupa is 12-10. Nesho. And off to Biteng. Cruz. They move the ball around. It's with Eduardo. Eduardo bounce pass inside to Celso. And again, Celso, good hands. Good result. We are tied at 12 all. Meanwhile, Barnedo says not for long. And did now get back to Muntinlupa. So now 26 points scored already in less than 5 minutes. Wow, what a pace. Meanwhile, here's the attack. No good, and it will go out of bounds, and ball will stay with Muntinlupa. Ondevilla to do the honors. Of course, Ondevilla, he is in a tight battle with Lancer Khan and XC Biteng for the NBL scoring championship. That's right, they're the 3 highest scorers in this competition. Yes, you have 3 very prolific guards who score over 20 points a game. And you can see there Biteng getting entangled with Sabado. Meanwhile, Eduardo to Celso. Cruz will shake and bake and gets 2 points. Herelao, of course, Herelao, a product of the San Beda College high school program, known for producing great players who go on to excel at the next level. Meanwhile, Sabado is able to get one over Cruz. And I guess Cruz is still in disbelief. You gotta believe it, man. Eduardo will wait for Cruz. All right, Nesho. Nesho has to shake off his slump. Nesho has had a few bad games as of late. Meanwhile, and that was a sorry miss. Here it is again. Look, here's Sabado playing tricks on Cruz, and he can only laugh at himself after that. Meanwhile, Cruz will sit down, and okay, it's going to be a smaller combination on the floor right now with the entry of Batak and also Sam Peralta. So Sam Peralta, a big man, but a little bit smaller than Cruz. Of course, Peralta, the mid-season acquisition of the Bulacan Stars out of the Manuel L. Quezon University Stallions. So we have another foul. So Peralta announcing his arrival with a foul. And I guess that is one thing that Peralta has to work on, especially now that he's playing professionally, his propensity to get into foul trouble. At the line, John Mark Ondevilla. Good. So again, what are the stakes? Bulacan needs to win to keep alive its chances for a semi-final berth. Meanwhile, you can say a lot of pride at stake here for Muntinlupa because the game earlier, the result earlier, the win of Tatakjel Binyan has virtually eliminated Muntinlupa from the playoff race. Meanwhile, a connection there for Warlow James Batak. As we see here how it happened. Fresh off the bench, instant offense, Warlow Batak. And we'll be back for more of your NBL President's Cup. Stay there, please. They see there the huddle of the Bulacan Stars. Of course, Joseph Celso, or if you want his full name, it's Joseph Ryan Celso. 23 points against Muntinlupa in their first meeting last August 4. And if I am not mistaken, 23 points is the... yes, 23 points is the highest effort of Celso in this tournament. Because he had 22 last time. Well, actually, my record here says he had 22 against Muntinlupa, and his record is 23 against Luit Kapampangan. I don't know. Let's double check that. Anyway, Batak kick out. Nobody marked Biteng, and they paid dearly for it. So after hitting 3 field goals, this is the first triple of the game for Biteng. He has 9 points now, as of my count. Barnedo, Villablanca now, gives it to Ondevilla, the big 3 for Muntinlupa. Sabado, this will be a 3, yes! What a bounce back. This early you can say, what a bounce back for Villablanca after that forgettable game against the Generals the other day. Of course, if you remember that game, Muntinlupa entered that game on high spirits. As you see this connection here by Batak. Meanwhile, Villablanca getting the points back as back to live action of Celso with a basket. Now, talking about that game last Friday, I mean, look, Muntinlupa was a happy team entering that game because they registered their first win over Tatakjel. So they were hoping to start a winning streak, but they faced no less than the league-leading Taguig General. So they lost badly, 108-79. Villablanca! And I was about to say Villablanca was firing blanks today, but I guess all those shots that he was supposed to make last time are now coming today. And like what I said, Muntinlupa, a team fighting for their pride in this ball game. Batak? No. Rebound on Ondevilla. Villablanca. Oh boy, I guess Villablanca is really determined to vindicate himself after that performance against Taguig. Ondevilla. Bounce low. Rebound Peralta. So far, it has been a good show for Muntinlupa. Biteng needs help. Oh, steal! It's now with Ondevilla. Ondevilla will shoot 2 free throws. Foul is on Samonte. All right, Madanlo will now replace Sabado in the front line. So now Ondevilla will earn his points the hard way, but then again, points have been very easy for this young man, and again, the broadcaster's curse is in effect. We say nice things about him, the opposite happens. Anyway, split at the line for John Mark. But then again, of course, Ondevilla entering this game is averaging 24.2 points a game, and he's the second highest scorer in the competition after Lancer Can of Luid Kapampangan. Can, of course, right now, the leader at 24.7 a game, beating number 3 at 20.6. If you're wondering about Buboy Barnedo, he's number 4 at 19.3. Meanwhile, Wico introducing himself with that connection. Morisca, power move, and he is smothered by the defense of Jeric Sumangpong, as we see Peralta now limping back to the bench, so no choice but to return John Michael Cruz, and they will be checking what happened there to Samuel Peralta. Let's hope he's okay. Baseline inbound coming, and it's with Villablanca. Villablanca, we use that screen. Barnedo faking. Barnedo wants to challenge Cruz. Turn around, no good. Samonte now will speed things up. Samonte will apply some brakes. Cruz. Yes. Lead is down to 2, 27-25, but then again, 2 minutes left. Muntinlupa on a torrid scoring pace. If they continue this, they'll score more than 100. Ondevilla will attack. Too strong, and it's cleared by Cruz. Cruz now. He can dribble well for his size. Cruz. And it looks like, look at Madanlo. He hardly moved. And because Madanlo is built very well, he's a very muscular player. Unlike Cruz, who is very long and thin. You can see there the assistance of Coach Vinci Salvador. Of course, a star-studded coaching staff there. Ryosei Koga, Harold Arboleda. Veteran professional players during their time. So first foul on Morisca. Meanwhile, Ondevilla will take a rest, and he will be replaced by Unisa. But of course, he will be back. That's a certainty. Meanwhile, Cruz, no. Rebound. And Patak with the cleanup job. 27 all, we are tied. And we still have more than a minute to go in the first quarter. All right. High screen. Three-pointer. No. It is controlled by the Stars. Batak applies the brakes. They give it to Sumangpong. Sumangpong hemmed inside by the defense. Cruz. Stutter. Changes his mind. Batak. No. And another rebound. Another rebound there by Unisa. And Unisa adds 2 points to their total. 29-27. 2-point lead for the home team. Oh, nobody marked Sumangpong. And you can say the defense was about 1 second late in covering Jeric Sumangpong. Under 30 seconds left. And stepping on the line. Oh yes. You don't want turnovers like that. Meanwhile, the Stars will call a ceasefire. And that's a score, 29-all. We'll be back for more of the first quarter. Stay there, please. And on your screens, of course, these communication devices, these gadgets, belong to the two teams playing right now, because before every game, the NBL collects all these gadgets and stores them, and they will be returned after the game anyway. Of course, this is to ensure that the game will be played with the highest integrity and credibility. You know, the only kind of basketball that you can see here at the National Basketball League, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown. Alright? So we are tied at 29-all. Last shot time here for the Bulacan Stars. Let's see if they can score at the buzzer beater. No. So last shot time here, but the clock runs out. So we end where we started. We are tied at 29-all after 10 minutes. Of course, the usual suspects at the top of their game on Devilla for Muntinlupa, beating for Bulacan. And we expect that shootout to continue for the balance of this contest. Of course, Villablanca with his own share of highlights there. That's a score. We'll be back for more in the NBL President's Cup. And a slice of the crowd here at the Hoopla Gym inside Angeles Resort. That's right. This is the resort, and that's our standings. Of course, this is updated to include our first contest earlier today. And in that game, of course, if you did not see it, the Tatak Gel Binyan escaping over the Camso Express by only 2 points. So now, Binyan has a 5-4 win-loss card, and Muntinlupa at 1-6. Now the best they can do is only go to 4-6. So that means the semi-final cast from Group A is already complete. Taguig is now the #1 seed from Group B, and Binyan will be #2. Okay, so they're just waiting for their opponents in the crossover semi-finals, because Group A is far from decided. In fact, Bulacan, if they win today, will still have a chance to snare one of those semi-final seats. Meanwhile, Sumampong opens the second quarter with a potential 3-point play. As we look at the numbers here from the first quarter, but before this, appreciate this move by Jeric. So bonus free throw on the way for Sumampong. I guess another of the many tall and long players that was recruited by Bulacan in their stint here in the. Bulacan has been a good member of the NBL for several conferences now. Oh, here's a steal by the Stars. Meanwhile, Benedictos cannot complete the scoop, so Benedictos, a fresh player in the game. And here's a steal now, Benedictos. Feeding Cruz. Extra pass, Sumampong! Oh, Sumampong! And it looks like right now, a lot of their plays are anchored on Jeric Sumampong. Of course, in that first quarter, Muntinlupa shooting 11 out of 23 and 14 out of 22 for Bulacan. Of course, beating with 11 points. So first quarter alone beating in double figures. On the other hand, Villablanca showing the way for the Muntinlupa team with 9 points. So now, this 5-point lead of Bulacan is courtesy of Jeric Sumampong. So Sumampong has all the 5 points of Bulacan here in the second quarter. And right now, no score yet. No score yet for Team Muntinlupa. See? They set up Sumampong, and then after there's another play there, Sumampong completed the 3-point play. That's why Jeric with 5 points early here in the second quarter. But finally, wait, no, it's a miss. Oh yeah, okay, it went in. So finally, a score for Muntinlupa after over a minute and a half. So there's silence broken by those free throws by Len Unisa. But then again, of course, you want field goals. All right, you can't win the game with free throws alone. You need your field goals. Benedictos sailing inside for two. Of course, we know Benedictos. His calling card or his trademark is his long shooting. But then again, of course, if you're a shooter, your shooting will not always cooperate every day. So you must learn to vary your game. All right, here's a steal by Cruz. And now the Stars on the attack. So back-to-back layups for the shooter, Dick Benedictos. And now Muntinlupa calls a timeout. And now here's the first basket by Benedictos. And after that, he was the anchor of a beautiful assist from Samonte. And that's our score. We'll be back for more here in the NBL. Right, earlier you caught a glimpse of the honorable RV Humacio. Meanwhile, Benedictos coming off back-to-back layups. Of course, he's called the honorable RV Humacio because he's the SK chairperson in this barangay. Yeah. Meanwhile, chance here for Muntinlupa to recover as there's a trip. And we see here Francis Abarcar. So it's nice to see Francis Abarcar back in action. Of course, Abarcar, he was reactivated last game. Abarcar actually had a good start in the NBL President's Cup. He pumped in 15 points in their first game. And then after that, he hurt his knee and he did not play for a long time. So he played again only in their last game. So you can say that Abarcar is still feeling his way back into the scheme of things after that long layoff due to a knee injury. Speaking of injury, another player who is injured and they miss very much for Muntinlupa is their big man, Lloyd Cabegin. Lloyd is favoring an injured back. So I guess that is why Coach Vinci Salvador has to be shuffled his big man rotation because his regular starter, Lloyd Cabegin, is recovering from a back injury. Abarcar. Abarcar, just like Lindsay Heralao, is a product of the San Beda High School, the Red Cubs program. And when you talk about Red Cubs, they got great basketball IQ, especially the guards. Meanwhile, offensive rebound as Samonte this time. So earlier, Samonte had a nice assist to Benedictos. This time, Samonte helps himself with 2 points. Okay? So now a 9-point lead for Bulacan, 40-31. Abarcar. Again, good defense. Good defense here by Bulacan. Abarcar attacking. And if you can see on your screen there, it's one thing that Abarcar has to take advantage of is his size advantage over the guards of Bulacan. And of course, look at that. If you can see closer, look at the much bigger physique on the frame of Francis Abarcar. So again, that is one thing that possibly could help Abarcar in this game. Maybe he could try posting up the smaller guards of Bulacan. And by the way, the Honorable RV Humacio is in the contest right now. checking in. Of course, usually RV is a starter, but as of late, the coaches have brought him off the bench because he is still recovering from a knee injury. Meanwhile, Ondevilla with 2 more points to his account. Meanwhile, Benedictos. Oh, Ondevilla with the turnover. Ondevilla, oh, that is a dangerous foul given up by Samonte. And lucky for him, the referees did not deem that an unsportsmanlike foul. Here it is again, look. Yes. So again, that is a case of going for the man, not the ball. Or in this case, the Spalding basketball, the official basketball of the NBL President's Cup. There you see Coach Michael Gonzalez giving some quick tips to Samonte. No, after that last sequence, next time don't do that. Okay, at the line, John Mark Ondevilla. Wow. Okay, the lead of Bulacan is down to 4, and Humaquio is doubled. And oh, Humaquio, good defense there. Good double team on RV. RVJ he commits a traveling violation. Our chance here for Muntinlupa to inch closer. They're just behind by 4. Abarcar. Using the screen of Sabado. Abarcar did not spot the rolling Sabado. Instead, he gives it on Devilla, and the shot clock blows in their face. Yes, they were not aware of the shot clock, and you can just see the frustration on Coach Vinci Salvador. Because, in cases like that, if the shot clock is running down and the team does not put up a semblance of a shot, that does not sit well with any coach. The team should at least try to put up a shot. Meanwhile, Biteng had 11 points early in that first quarter. RBJ with the scoop, yes. And look at, he just smiles. So I guess maybe you can say RBJ is taking it easy. He does not want to, aggravate his injury. You better be careful because, like what I said, Bulacan, if they win today, they still have a shot. All right, they still have a shot at the playoffs. All right, Muntinlupa down to 11 seconds. No. All right, here's the attack. Nesho. No. Battle for it. It's won by Bulacan. XC. Yes. We were talking earlier about that slump by Christian Nesho. If you look at the numbers, well, Christian Nesho had 10 points the last time out, but before that, he did not score in double figures for 3 straight games. That's why his average is down now to 9.1 a game. No, Nesho was averaging 18 points through their first 2 games. As we see this clean shot by Biteng. Of course, XC, again, we told you earlier, one of 3 players in the competition averaging over 20 points a game. The others are Lancer Can of Kapampangan and his opponent for today, John Mark Ondevilla. And here's another clearance by Humaquio. They give it to RV, but RV was not ready. And he smiles again. But I guess it's part of his nature to smile all the time because, he should always be smiling because he's their youth council chairman in his barangay. So he has to always smile. Meanwhile, Villablanca, we have a whistle, foul away from the ball. So now that foul by Humaquio will put Bulacan in penalty and at the same time send Hilario Sabado to the free throw line for 2 shots. The first one is good. Yes. So let's see if losing the braids will work wonders for the game of Sabado. You know, there are times when players, so they would do anything for the win. They would do even superstitious stuff. Meanwhile, Humakyo stretches and gets 2 points. And it looks like Sabado is a bit hurt. Hope he's okay. Oh, yes. Losing his balance. Yes. And again, you like this move of RVJ. No, he is one player who really knows how to use his height and length. Because if you see RV Humakyo in person, he has, you know, probably one of the longest wingspans here in the NBL, President's Cup. So 10-point lead for Bulacan. We have a lull, and they are just checking on Sabado to make sure he's okay. There you see on your screens there on the left side, head coach Vinci Salvador, his assistant Harold Arboleda. It looks like, oh wow, looks like Sabado is having a hard time standing up. And seated on the bench, of course, is the team manager, Mr. Ross Alvarez. Okay, so let's hope that Sabado is okay. And I guess because of that, they have to put in, yes, they are putting in Jerson Morisca to spell Sabado. So RVJ will shoot the free throw bonus, yes. So now it's an 11-point lead for the Stars. Mondevilla, Barnedo. Hand off to William Blanca, the big three. I believe that the big three will play as much minutes as possible. They'll try to milk as much from these three. Meanwhile, Morisca to Barnedo, yes. All right, Nesho will inbound the ball and he will bring it down. Nesho, hand off to XC. You see the screen of RVJ. Shot clock winding down to 9 seconds. Nesho. And he draws the foul. So I said after this is the last game in the elimination round of Bulacan. On the part of Muntinlupa, after this, next weekend, they will play 2 more games. Their last 2 games against Luwid Kapampangan and Santa Rosa Lions. So I don't know which will be played on Friday, which will be played on Sunday. Just check the official social media of NBL Pilipinas on Facebook. We will post the schedule once confirmed. Okay, so again, after this next week, your Muntinlupa team will play against Luwid Kapampangan and the Santa Rosa Lions. Again, we will confirm which will be played first, which will be played on Friday, which will be played on Sunday. Of course, they have 2 more fixtures. Also, it both involves the league-leading Taguig Generals. The Taguig Generals have 2 more games also next week against Tatak Jalbinyan and Luwid Kapampangan. So those are the remaining 4 fixtures in our elimination round. So we'll just announce the official schedule through the NBL social media. Mondevilla with the connection. And a foul given up. Okay, so here's the... I mean, look. Mondevilla is almost automatic, okay? From any angle of this gymnasium. It's his home gym. He knows every angle, every nuance of this facility. So almost a little over 3 minutes left before we call it the first half. And suddenly, the rapid scoring pace of the first quarter has slowed down a bit. But nevertheless, it's still, you can say, still a rapid pace compared to, other games. Morisca, they hand it off Abarcar will challenge Biteng, and that's the right thing. I guess Abarcar heard us, but they lose control. Again, no, Abarcar must take advantage of his size and his bulk against the smaller guards of Bulacan. But again, another thing to take note, Abarcar is still, finding his way back in form after a long knee injury, after playing only in their first game. Of course, the first game of Team Muntinlupa was held last July 7. Okay, so after July 7, it's been more. Abarcar did not play for more than a month. Meanwhile, Biteng continuing to burn the cords. Yes, let's try to use all the cliches here. Since it's the let's try to squeeze out all those cliches. Meanwhile, Abarcar, let's see if he will again challenge the smaller Biteng. Instead, he will use the Morisca screen. Oh, what a block! Public display of rejection. But look at the hustle of Muntinlupa, trying to keep the ball in their part of the court. Morisca will come back, and we're going to see the return of Von Madanlo. Right, look at the hustle here by Abarcar. Nescio to Celso. Back to Nescio. Nescio jumper. No. Good backs out by Celso. But he does not complete the shot. Villablanca surveying. Gives it to Abarcar. Abarcar, Villablanca. They whip it to Barnedo. Again, good job by the defense of Bulacan. Now once the ball reaches the recipient, somebody's ready to cover. And it results in a hurried shot. And look at that. In that last sequence, the length, all right, the wingspan of Humakyo playing a big role there. Again, we'll talk more about that after this commercial break. Stay with us. You are watching the NBL President's Cup. Welcome back, basketball fans. You see the end of the huddle of the DF Bulacan Stars. And Nescio, like what I said, he played 3 games in a row. He did not reach double figures, but finally you can say Christian Nescio ending his slump in that last game of theirs. Whereas they need Christian Nescio a lot in this game because, like what I said, there is still a possibility. I say there's a remote possibility that the Bulacan Stars can still sneak in and grab a spot in the semifinals. But first things first, they have to win this game. Humakyo trying to be a little creative there. The foul is on Aaron Von Madanlo. Again, Humakyo trying to make the most of his length. So at the line, RB Humakyo. Free throw on the way. Oh no. So it's cleared by Muntinlupa. But still a 9-point lead for Bulacan. They own, alright, they own this second quarter so far. With about 48 seconds left. Barnedo will hand off to Ondevilla. And a good defense there by Celso to push the ball back. Meanwhile, Barnedo is suddenly open. Cannot convert. And referees halt play with a foul. Alright, second foul on RV. And that will, it's already penalty for Bulacan. 2 free throw time here for Aaron Von Madanlo. So first one is, well, he'll have another one. So second here coming for Madanlo. Oh, 2 misses. And it's one by Humakyo. Nesho now being bothered by Helalao. No look, beating, no. And another chance for the Stars. And Nesho decides to call a timeout with 22 seconds left. All right, so we have a timeout with 20 seconds left. Shall we hang on to the air? All right, we'll hang on to the air. Oh, no, we'll break for commercials. All right, we'll be back. Stay with us, please. All right, you see there the huddle of Team Bulacan, the Mayang Filipino Bulacan Stars. Look at beating, 11 points in the first quarter, 5 here in the second quarter, so a total of 16, and we're not yet done with the first half. Let's see if they'll set a beating. Instead, they dump it to Uhumak at the post, and okay. All right. It will be continuation for RVJ. Look at that. Again, that's what you get when you are blessed with long extremities. And we have another, we have a coach's challenge on the table. All right, filed by Muntinlupa. And we'll discuss the challenge after this commercial break. Stay with us, please. So again, the green light is on, meaning there is a coach's challenge on the table. And they are questioning that last call on Madanlo. And let's take a look at the evidence of the case. All right. So we can see there that Madanlo losing his balance as he was defending Humakyo. So the question is that a foul? Is that a foul enough to merit a bonus free throw for RVJ?
The challenge made by Muntinlupa was successful.
Oh, okay.
The basket was nullified. Offensive foul number 14, Humakyo.
Oh! so what? This time it's a black eye of sorts for RV Humakyo. Instead of getting a continuation, he is slapped with an offensive foul. Wow, what a twist of fate here with 17 seconds left in the first half. So this could, this could probably inspire Muntinlupa, and they can take the good vibes into the third quarter. Meanwhile, on Devilla, they need to convert here to complete the turnaround. And allow And in by Humakyo. Oh, steal! Sound of the horn. Score remains the same. 54-41 after 24 intense minutes of action here at the NBL President's Cup. We'll be back to break it down and bring you the third quarter after this commercial break. Stay with us, please.
Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag. May kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. Larong aking pinag-usayan. Walang pake kahit na malatayan. Kahit anong sabihin nila, wala akong pakialam sa lahat ng bagay. Alam nyo na ba, hindi nyo ako maikukumpara. Bawat laro sa aking kada pasa. Sa alab na puso, laging aasa.
Good steal by Mayo, not quitting on that one. Mayo, head down, drives inside, takes the contact, plus the foul for LJ Mayo. LJ Mayo's just doing it with hustle and heart. Takes the contact, just throws it up there, and gets the friendly roll. LJ Mayo.
Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag. May
Laguna once. And Hilario Dipsy-do. Ho-ho. And hopefully that will again inspire his teammates to rally. They need something to be to cheer about.
Ilan lumipad. Ibibigay ko ang lahat sagad-sagad.
Hermonia bubbling. Orada. Good defense. Ayo! Ayo! It's down to a one-possession game. 81-78. How will Bulacan react? But the crowd that is slowly growing by the minute. Of course, in anticipation of our main game between the home squad as Sampurna scores on the bunny hop. We look at this, the bunny hop by Sampurna. Wow.
Hindi susukuan, dapat pagusayan. Tuloy-tuloy lang, kakayanin na lahat na harapin. Kahit mahirap
Pablo, what a block by Pablo, and he gets the ball. He gets pounded, and he clears it. Sumampong inside. Nice spin move. Sumampong with a highlight play. Take a look at that block. And Pablo secures it, gets it out, and Sumampong gets the basket. Notices Emil trying to get the basketball, spins the other way. And the highlight finish by Jeric Sumampong.
Three bomb! No! Big offensive rebound! Battle point! Oh, it's with Luit Kapapangan! Isidro! Isidro! Isidro gives the lead with 5 seconds left. 100-98. Wow! What a wild sequence! Here's the miss. And then everybody battling for that Spalding basketball. Good court vision. Good presence of mind to spot the open. Jericho Isidro. Jericho just made the list. And now they're on top, 100-98. Oh boy!
Ito ang ligan ng bayan, homegrown. Hanggang makipagsabayan, NBL. Ito ang ligan ng bayan.
Hitting Sumampong on the head with the basketball. Meanwhile, Reyes! Wow!
Dapat pag-usayan, tuloy-tuloy lang. Kakayanin na lahat na harapin, kahit mahirap sisikaping abutin. Sa itaas ay tumingin, pagbutin ang lahat ang
Now
bituin.
Lescano, intercepted by Galamiton. Galamiton throws it down. The slam by Kim Galamiton, another look. And the fans, and the raise the roof by Kim Galamiton.
Lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan. Lakas at tapang sa bawat laban. NBL, ito ang ligan ng bayan, homegrown. Handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang...
Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag. May kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. Larong aking pinag-usayan. Walang pake kahit na malatayan. Kahit anong sabihin nila, wala akong pakialam sa lahat ng bagay. Alam nyo na ba, hindi nyo ako maikukumpara. Bawat laro sa aking kada pasa. Sa alab na puso, laging aasa. Handang sugurin ang lahat, tigante man ang katapat. Panis yan sa'kin sapagkat panalo ay aking hangad.
Mabigyan ng buhay, pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay. Sa daang matira matibay, ang kailangan ko lang ay magsanay. Hindi na pwede na ako ay panghinaan, lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan, lakas at tapang sa bawat laban.
NBL, ito ang ligan ng bayan, homegrown. Handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang ligan ng bayan. Nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan, kaya halimaw bumitaw. Bawat pagtira may kumpiyansa sa sarili. Di mapigil ng marami, malupit na dumiskarte. Handang pakita sa mundo ang pagkakaiba. Pag may pangarap, handang makipagsabayan. Sa bawat larong walang humpay, kamay na gustong sumabay. Bawat sakit na may aray, kahit mapagod maglaway. Gagawin ko ang lahat kahit ang kaya di sapat. Kahit ang pawis bumakatuloy pa din sa pag-angat. Hindi ako mapipigilan lumipad. Ibibigay ko ang lahat sagad-sagad.
Mabigyan ng buhay,
(52-41), that's our halftime score here at the Angeles Resort in Poblacion, Muntinlupa City, Ate Cervino. Okay, some first quarter highlights. Of course, Muntinlupa playing for pride in this ball game. And of course, they do not want to be embarrassed in front of their home fans. So they are matching the visitors, the Bulacan Stars, toe for toe in that first quarter. So that's our score, 29-all. But a major turning point come the second quarter as the Bulacan Stars come out running on all four cylinders. Of course, Dick Benedictos and Jeric Sumampong providing the early firepower, and then anybody in white started converting, exhibiting RB Humakyo. Now here's the comparative numbers. Look at the sheer volume, the sheer volume of connections of Bulacan. And meanwhile, look at this beating. 11 in the first, 5 in the second. Humakyo, Cruz, Celso with late explosions as well. Simply balanced attack, balanced support for Team DF Bulacan. Again, the final game of the elimination round for the Bulacan Stars. They want to win to keep alive their hopes for a semi-final berth. And of course, if we go back to our first game result, again, congratulations to Tatak Jelbinyan, escaping with the win over the Camsor Express. Another result of that game because of the, well, actually not exactly a result of the game, but well, for one, Camsor, regardless of the result earlier, they're already in the semi-final round. The only question is, will they be number 1 or number 2 in Group A? Okay? So now we return to our live game. Teams have switched baskets. Barnedo to Ondevilla. Madanlo. Ondevilla. Think about it. Jumper on the way by Helelao. No. And ball will stay with Muntinlupa. I can probably say, I was surprised Celso with 6 points. You could probably call it 6 silent points by Celso. Now you compared it to the 6 noisy points of RV Humaki, because I remember every time RV Humaki scores, it would really, draw a lot of attention. Meanwhile, Madanlo whips it to Barnedo, met by Celso. No. And then Humakyo gets it. And now Nesho. Here's the attack. Oh, yes. Batak will not be denied. 13-point lead for the Stars. Villablanca. Madanlo faking, and a good fake. Humakyo biting into the fake of Madanlo. Of course, these two had their share of exchanges in that first half, especially towards the end. We remember a sequence earlier. Meanwhile, here's this attack by Batak, the Batak attack. So Madanlo at the line. Now I remember, if you remember, there was a sequence towards the end of the second quarter wherein Humakyo was posting up the defense of Madanlo, and then Madanlo lost his balance. In the process, Humakyo scored and he was given a bonus free throw, but Muntinlupa issued a coach's challenge and it was reversed. What happened was Humakyo was given an offensive foul. Meanwhile, Biteng continuing from where he left off. Like what I said, 16 points for Biteng in the first half. Now it's 18 on that hit. Ondevilla with the explosion and a clearance by Humaki. Quickly now to Nesho. Nesho like a running back. Yes. Wow. Nesho can probably compete for the Philippines in the 100-meter dash with a performance like that. Look at this. What a scorer. I mean, exhibiting. And then look at this. Look at the speed of Christian. Wow. That's a score. And we'll be back for more here at the NBL President's Cup. On the screens there, exhibiting. He has really been, on fire today for the DF Bulacan Stars. Helelao using the high screen. Villablanca. Villablanca, by the way, just to mention, he had 11 points already in the first half. Meanwhile, Barnedo. If there's one thing that Barnedo can use to his advantage, it's his foot speed over Celso. Celso may be taller and longer, but Barnedo is a bit faster, more mobile. Meanwhile, Cruz cannot complete the stretch. Ondevilla now has it. They are still behind by 14, and he is bothered by Nesho. Nesho continues to stick to him like glue. All right, ball is too far. Shot clock is down to 1 second. And there's the foul. Foul is on Batak. So again, this is an example of playing defense with your hands. which will most of the time lead to fouls. On Devilla. So fresh shot clock here as Barnedo with the one-hander. Nice one. It's down to 12. Of course, they have to be patient, Muntinlupa. Still a lot of time in this game. Oh, nice cut by Biteng. Oh, good recognition. And you can just see the frustration manifesting there in the body language of Buboy Barnedo. Barnedo now. Villablanca. Madanlo. Madanlo now. Faking. And he loses it. All right, Batak. Against 3 defenders. And Biteng is open. Of course, you know, when you are triple teamed, there are at least 2 teammates who are open. Good vision there by Batak. Barnedo. All right, again handle. This play has been run a lot of times by Muntinlupa with, of course, varying levels of success. Barnedo jumper. Yes. And to add to what I was talking about earlier, overall, Barnedo has the better perimeter shot as of the moment compared to Celso. Although Celso himself is himself a good perimeter shooter for a big man. On Devilla, what is their C play? Let's see. Barnedo, Villablanca open. No. And the rebound, of course, Herelao wanted to get it, but last touch on Rense. And this is actually, talking about Herelao, this is his 3rd game in a Muntinlupa uniform. He is a mid-tournament signee by the team. Oh, pushing there. Okay, Quinto will check in. Of course, Quinto is another player who was brought in the middle of the tournament. As Sumampong cannot convert on the easy shot. Abarcar to Villablanca. Again, good ball move, good movement by the players, and a connection there by Quinto. So, like what I said, good movement without the ball by the players, so somebody is open. In this case, it was Quinto, and a good recognition to spot Quinto and reward him for his effort. Meanwhile, Benedictos is fouled. They denied him the baseline, and Abarcar acknowledges. Okay, so here's what I was talking about earlier. Quinto with a turnaround. See, more of a broken play there, but then again, lucky break there for Quinto. We see the return in the ballgame of Samonte. Meanwhile, Cruz. Of course, in the course of the President's Cup, we've discussed so many times how the Bulacan Stars are they are among, and they could be the tallest team on average in the NBL, and that is one aspect, one physical aspect that they could have really built on. But the thing is, in the middle of the tournament, just to recap, they went on a 3-game losing streak. See, they won their first game. They won on opening day, the season opener, over the Santa Rosa Lions, 99-86. But after that, they lost 3 in a row against Taguig, Binyan, and Luid Kapampangan. So those 3 losses in a row really affected, their chances in our competition. Meanwhile, Abarcar finds 2 more points. So this is good news for Muntinlupa. Abarcar is getting his groove back after that long injury. Meanwhile, Sumampong, and I guess the only way to stop Sumampong is to embrace him. Yes, like a brotherly embrace. Okay, now inbound here at the baseline. So again, we see the patient ball movement of the Stars. Samonte. And we have a whistle. Oh, an offensive foul on Samonte. Yes. So that's the fourth foul on Samonte. Here's what happened. Look. Okay. So Samonte just grabbed on the shorts of Quinto. Villablanca. Barnedo. Abarcar, look at the clock. Shot clock is now to 8 seconds. Abarcar attacks. And Abarcar will shoot free throws. Foul is on Dick Benedictos. Wico will replace Biting. At the line, Francis Abarcar. Of course, after high school in San Beda, Francis stayed with the school. He went on to the college team, but after a while, he transferred to UP Diliman. And now he's playing professionally for his hometown, Muntinlupa. Okay, so lucky break here for Francis. Early entry there by the white shirt, so that means another free throw. For the white shirt, so that means another free throw for Abarcar. Good. Azarcon will check in for the first time. So Coach Salvador trying to find a combination that will overhaul this right now 11-point deficit of theirs. And Cruz again, the height advantage of Bulacan manifesting itself. But look at that, huh? Sometimes height can be overcome by heart. And you saw a lot of heart there in that sequence by Muntinlupa. Oh, bunny hop to the basket is not completed by Abarcar. Abarcar looking for a foul. He will not get it. Meanwhile, Benedictos is given a body check. And that's on Villablanca. Only the second foul on Villablanca. So sideline inbound by Benedictos. Sumampong pops out. He will hand off to Benedictos for 3. His first attempt. No. Of course, that is the calling card of Benedictos, the 3-point shot. Quinto. Using the screen. Pop out Abarcar. Abarcar. Barnedo asking for it. He will post up the bigger Sumampong. Barnedo losing his balance a bit. Turns around. No. Azarcon. And of course, Azarcon introducing himself to the NBL fans after that entry. Meanwhile, Batak will check back in with 12 on the shot clock here for Muntinlupa. Baseline inbound. Oh, the wrestling under. Oops! Wrestling underneath and lots of extremities getting entangled. Oh boy. Referees have to call it tight. I mean, we don't want things like this. All right. The ball is not yet in play, and then Azarcon and Cruz get entangled. But what do you call that? A frog splash or something by Cruz. Anyway, back to basketball. We have enough of wrestling. Meanwhile, offensive foul this time on, let's see. Oh, Cruz. No. Let's wait for the decision. Okay, foul on Abarcar. Okay, he was overplaying Samonte at the post. Okay, The ball tap, it will stay with Bulacan. See, that was one thing I was talking about earlier. Now, perhaps Abakari may want to post up his smaller defenders. But, of course, in a case like that, do not overplay because for sure the referees will slap you with a foul. So, I guess a little bit of overplay there. Meanwhile, Cruz, jumper for 15 feet. No. And it's controlled by Barnedo. Of course, Barnedo has also had his good share of double-double points and rebounds in this tournament. He is among the tournament leaders in double-doubles. Quinto against a smaller Wico. Azarcon short. And now Bulacan is running. Wico is tagged. Preemptive foul given up to stop the fast break and allow Muntinlupa to set up their defense. So, if I'm not mistaken, there are two players in the NBL President's Cup that wear jersey number 69. One is on the floor right now, Joshua Sarcon. The other is a member of the Taguig Generals, Harvey Subrabas. So, good on the free throw. You see the, of course, on your screen there, Coach Bonnie Garcia. That's right, a veteran coach of so many basketball competitions. Barnedo. He wants to challenge the defense. Kick out. Jumper. And that's going to mean free throws. That's obviously a shooting foul. Foul is on Wico. All right, it's on Taboso. Foul is, was on Taboso, so that means free throw time here for Nino. Slowly but surely, Muntinlupa trying to get back into contention. I guess they're saving it for their final kick come the fourth quarter, which is 1 minute and 50 seconds away. Again, a dozen-point lead for the Bulacan Stars. Cruz has it. Unselfish play, but does not produce dividends, and another preemptive foul given up. So now free throw time for Muntinlupa. Azarcon will be the player in focus. Okay, Coach Garcia, who we talked about earlier, has been given a warning for resentment. So free throw time here for Joshua Azarcon. First one is good. So now it's down to single digits, which is a good development for Muntinlupa. All right, down to 8. A minute and 30 left, 90 seconds. Jumper from the corner, yes. And with that, it's back to a double-digit lead for the Stars, 69-58, 11 points. They're making life miserable for Ondevilla. Oh, Azarcon too strong. It's cleared by Cruz. Batak. Again, nice slice. 2 points more for Batak. Back to a 13-point lead. Bakers does an advantage for the Stars. Nesho. Patient ball movement. They need a shot here, but it's stolen by Cruz. Cruz now. Oh, Batak could not control it. It's going to go back to Team Muntinlupa. So now Ondevilla will return for the final 27 seconds. So maybe they want to have some points. They want to have more points before they call it a third quarter. So it's a 13-point lead. Of course, Bulacan was ahead by 11 at halftime. So right now, Ondivilla's equalized the score of both teams in the third quarter only. All right. So last shot time here. So both teams matching each other's output here in the third quarter. So at halftime, it was an 11-point lead for Bulacan. It is still an 11-point lead for Bulacan after 3 quarters, and will bring you the deciding fourth quarter. You wouldn't want to miss that. Stay with us for more action here at the NBL President's Cup.
Yeah, handa nang makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag. May kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. Larong aking pinag-usayan. Walang pake kahit na malatayan. Kahit anong sabi.
Okay, let's review again our team standings. And the two teams that are playing right now are more or less at the bottom of the two groups, Muntinlupa and Bulacan. But on the part of Bulacan, they still have a chance to snatch a semi-final berth if they win today. Okay, so their fate is in their hands. They have to win today to keep their hopes alive. Meanwhile, Muntinlupa, with that win earlier today by Tatak Gel over the Kamsur Express, it is now Muntinlupa will just play. They'll play out the remaining schedule because the best that Muntinlupa could do is reach 4 wins. And right now, Tatak Gel has 5 wins. So they will not catch Tatak Gel, Binyan. So the first semi-final berth from Group B is with the Taguig Generals. So now both Taguig and Muntinlupa, Taguig and Binyan rather, they know their seedings. They will just wait for the identity of their opponent in the best of 3 semi-final round. And of course, the winners of the 2 semi-final series will proceed to our best of 5. That's right. We have a best of 5 championship series for the second time in NBL history. Because usually we do best of 3, but this is the second time that we will have a best of 5 series. The first best of 5 championship series we had was way back in the President's Cup some years back. Right, Sumampong. And don't look now, lead of Bulacan is up to 15 on strength of 2 baskets from the Stars. And then, well, so far, no score yet. No score yet. And look at that. Look at the form. Huh? Look at the aerial form of Batak there. Again, that's nice. You could put that on a trading card. So again, no score yet. No score yet for Muntinlupa. Minute and a half gone by. Meanwhile, 6 straight points for the Stars to open the deciding fourth quarter. Barnedo, will this end their silence? Oh, not yet. What a strong start here by the Stars in the fourth quarter. Sumampong. Oh, continuation. Yes, look at that. Nice teamwork. Well, if you look at the stats again, the high of Sumampong in this tournament was 8 points in their second meeting against the Tatak Gel Binyan. Of course, they won that game 95-74, and of course, in that game, they snapped their 3-game losing streak. But the thing is, after snapping the streak, they lost 2 in a row again. And then they won their last game against this same team, Muntinlupa, 110-103. Oh, what a public display of rejection there by John Michael Cruz. No respect at all. Oh, nobody was looking. And no choice but to give him the foul. Foul is on Wico, and that is his 4th foul. So he's 2 fouls away from disqualification. At the line, Francis Abarcar. And he gets a lucky bounce. Split by Francis. And it's chased by Cruz, but he passes to the wrong person on De Villa. And that is another foul that could be on Samonte. Let's see. Yes, on Samonte. And now he is 1 foul away from disqualification. So at the line, John Mark on De Villa. First one is good. Okay, it's down to 18. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first points. Okay? That is the first point scored by Team Muntinlupa here in the 4th quarter. Oh, check that. Actually, no field goals yet. Okay, correct myself. No field goals yet for Muntinlupa. No, all their points are from the free throw line. So we are waiting for the first field goal of Muntinlupa here in the 4th quarter. Abarcar. The ball is loose. Okay, referee says play on because it last hit a star. Abarcar for 3. No. Good rebound, good box out by Cruz against Morisca. Nesho crossing the timeline. Play, what's this? Play number 2. All right. Cruz looking for a friend. Hands off. Another opening for Wico. Cannot complete the reverse. It is won by Barnero. On De Villa. Look at that. Fancy dribbling in traffic. And it results in a turnover. Okay, Medina, another big man, will come in. Of course, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast the big man rotation of Muntinlupa, greatly affected by the back injury to their starter, Lloyd Cabegin. Let's see if Lloyd will be ready. I heard it's going to take some time, but let's hope he'll be ready for their last 2 games next week. Batak, yes. And we have a whistle after the basket. I don't know, perhaps frustration now is settling into the minds of the players. Yes. So now the referees will review what happened there. All right, here's what happened. So the shot went in, all right? It counted. And then, oh, okay. So Villablanca introduced his shoulder to the chest of Jeric Sumampong, and Sumampong just falling down. Okay, so Villablanca there was the one who was spotted for the infraction, and let's see what the referees will rule. But then again, we can say after that forgettable game by Villablanca last Friday, he has really, bounced back well. He should avoid things like this that will, put a damper on his otherwise good performance. So So here's the verdict.
Foul on number 5, Kyle Villablanca
Okay,
is
so
third.
Villablanca gets some sort of a reprieve. He is just given an ordinary foul. Alright, it's just an ordinary foul for Tristan Kyle Villablanca. Alright, we're going to see the return of Arvi Humakyo. And you can say that Arvi Humakyo had really quality minutes in such short a time he spent on the floor in the first half. And now quickly Humakyo with his first touch of the Spalding basketball. Kick out to Nesho. And it will, oh, wait. You know, if that went in, that will count. Yes. Oh, look at that. Humakyo simply too tall and too long for his opponents. Villablanca now. They are behind by 19. And 7 minutes left and change in this game. Jumper, no. Won by Nesho. So I guess, with the recent struggles of Christian Nesho on offense, I guess he has done a good job of doing other things, other positive things that will help the team. Struggle for it. It's won by Muntinlupa on the Villa now. Quickly feeding. Oh no! The layup does not cooperate. Batak. Alright, they'll try to settle everybody down. Batak for 3. Airball. Recovered. Still no go. Still Bulacan ball. Shot clock is 10 seconds. Nesho attacks. And it's finally recovered by Muntinlupa. Ball is on Wico. And now that's the 5th foul on Wico. So he is now 1 foul away from disqualification. And I guess he will sit down. I don't know if he'll be back. Let's see. So we are nearing the halfway point of our deciding 4th quarter. Shout out to all our fans who are watching us both on Aliw Channel 23, Kumpleto ng Channel Mo, and also on social media through Facebook, YouTube, and our other broadcast partners or platforms online, wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours. Earlier you saw a shot there by Unisa. And now we are past the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Okay, it's a double foul on Humakyo and Madanlo. Okay? So it will neutralize each other, that foul. That double foul rather. Humakyo now will renew his acquaintance with Madanlo. Humakyo with the stretch, yes. All right, they're looking for a free teammate. Here's the screen. Villablanca. No. Oh, Madanlo. At the right place at the right time. He will shoot free throws. And on that is the 6th foul on Arvi Humakyo. He has been disqualified from this ball game with 6 personal fouls. And now Bulacan calling a timeout, but meanwhile, the green light is on. That means we have a coach's challenge. And we'll be right back with the challenge after this break. Stay with us, please. Alright, earlier, RV Humaki was assessed his sixth and final foul, but it looks like the coaches of RVJ are filing a challenge. Okay, so oh, look at that. You saw Madalo just grabbing the arm of RVJ. Yeah. Let's see. How will the referees rule on this? Well, that's how I see it. Of course, what will stand is the official verdict. And I'm just telling you what I see. You see there, Coach Michael Gonzalez, Coach Bonnie Garcia. We're just waiting for the official verdict. Let's see if RV Humakyo can extend his stint on the floor, because
Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag. May kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. Larong aking pinag-usayan. Walang pake kahit na malatayan. Kahit anong sabihin nila, wala akong pakialam sa lahat ng bagay. Alam nyo na ba, hindi nyo ako maikukumpara. Bawat laro sa aking kada pasa. Sa alab na puso laging aasa. Handang sugurin ang lahat, tigante man ang katapat. Panis yan sa'kin sapagkat panalo ay aking hangad.
Mabigyan ng buhay, pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay. Sa daang matira matibay, ang kailangan ko lang ay magsanay. Hindi na pwede na ako ay panghinaan, lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan, lakas at tapang sa bawat laban.
NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Pasok palagi ang bola, hindi naliligaw. Batang may galawan, kaya halimaw bumitaw. Bawat pagtira may kumpiyansa sa sarili, di mapigil ng marami, malupit na dumiskarte. Handang pakita sa mundo ang pagkakaiba. Pag may pangarap, handang makipagsabayan sa bawat larong walang humpay, kamay na gustong sumabay. Bawat sakit na may aray, kahit mapagod maglaway. Gagawin ko ang lahat kahit ang kaya di sapat, kahit ang pawis pumakatuloy pa din sa pag-angat. Hindi ako mapipigilan lumipad. Ibibigay ko ang lahat sagad-sagad.
Mabigyan ng buhay, pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay. Sa daang matira matibay, ang kailangan ko lang ay magsanay. Hindi na pwede na ako ay panghinaan, lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan, lakas at tapang sa bawat laban.
NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ng pusong handang makipagsabayan.
Ang hirap handa kong daanan, hindi susukuan, dapat pag-usayan. Tuloy-tuloy lang, kakayanin na lahat na harapin. Kahit mahirap sisikaping abutin, sa itaas ay tumingin, pagbutiin ang lahat, ang bituin ay sungkitin. Mabigyan ng buhay, pangarap at hangarin na maging mahusay. Sa daang matira matibay, ang kailangan ko lang ay magsanay. Hindi na pwede na ako ay panghinaan, lahat ng harang ay aking sasagasaan. Walang mahirap kung hindi paglalaanan, lakas at tapang sa bawat laban.
NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, homegrown, handang makipagsabayan. NBL.
there you see on your screen there, Paul De La Cruz. Barnedo asking for it. Abarkar has other things in mind. Pop out. On Devilla, nice cut. Of course, with that, he is rewarded with the pass. Medina, good defense by Celso, and shot clock expires. So we have 22 seconds left before the last 2 minutes. Good defense there by Bulacan. Let's see. Again, Bulacan taking their slow pace game. Of course, they want to lessen the opportunities for Muntinlupa. For on the part of Muntinlupa, since they're playing catch-up, they have to move quickly. Time is not on their side. And humming in the background, it's the last 2 minutes. It's winning time at the NBL. One-hander by Barnedo. It does not cooperate. Cleared by Celso. Viteng says no. All right, Celso for 3. Oh, yes. See? What did I tell you? Celso is a good long-distance shooter for a center. He takes at least one of those, and he makes at least one of those every game. I guess his day is not complete without a three-point shot. 21-point lead for the Stars. Turnaround by Abarcar. No. And another rebound by Celso. Now, Bulacan will painfully bring the ball down, much to the chagrin of the Muntinlupa and their supporters. Under a minute left before we determine our winner. Humakyo. Humakyo, leaner. Yes! Of course, if not, we have some substitutions. Of course, if not for that successful coach's challenge earlier, there will be no more RB Humakyo on the floor. He will be slapped his sixth foul. But then again, that sixth foul, that supposed sixth foul of his was nullified. So now he is playing on borrowed time. You can say this is like his second life on the floor. And Celso with another rebound. Oh, good. Celso, not exactly too fast to catch that pass. But then again, they're still ahead by 23. Of course, Bulacan, this is their final game of the elimination round. They want to finish it on a positive note. Okay? And keep alive their chances of making it to the semifinals. So now, Bulacan, they have done the first step. They have helped themselves by winning today. We're just waiting for confirmation of the final score in about 3 seconds or so before we announce the official score. And that's it. So, congratulations to the DF Bulacan Stars. They prevail over the home team, Muntinlupa, 94-71. That's their fourth win in 9 games. Again, that's the score, 94-71. And we will bring to you our wrap-up. And of course, the best player after this break. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. Hey. Our final score. Congratulations to the victorious Damayang Filipino Bulacan Stars 94-71 over the home team, Muntinlupa. And of course, our best player has been hitting from all angles. their leading scorer for the nth time, XC beating XC.
Yes,
XC.
Yes po.
Of course, as I said, no, this is the last game of the Bulacan Stars for the elimination round. No, ganong kahalaga that you end the elimination round na positive, no? Panalo kayo.
Yes po.
Ganong kahalaga?
Sa akin, ang mindset ko lang simula nung pag-ising ko kanina umaga hanggang sa papunta dito.
Ay! Ayos!
Aray! Ang mindset ko lang, manalo talaga kasi last game na namin to eh. So marami pang mangyayari, may laban pa yung ibang teams na uy! May laban pa yung ibang teams na kumbaga parang papasok. Kung sakali papasok kami ganun.
O sige. Since sabi mo nga, no, marami pang pwedeng mangyari. Sige na. Alam ko, mahaba yung listahan na yan. Magpasalamat ka na sa mga nagsusuporta sa Damayang Filipino Bulacan Stars.
Opo. Una-una po sa lahat, binabati ko po si Gob Daniel, si Vice Gob Alex Castro, si Boss Romy ng Red Arc, tapos si Boss Bukal Alan Baluyot, tapos yung anak niya na si Allen Baluyot. Mayor po namin San Jose del Monte, Mayor Arthur Robes, Congresswoman Tita Robes, Consi Ryan Elfa, Attorney Julius Victor Carag Degala, Attorney Ronaldin Pordan, Attorney J.R. Andres, Attorney BJ Topacio, Attorney Art Teodoro, kay Boss Sherwin, Boss Bronzo, Timunayan Proper, si SK Ella, Royal Elite Sapampali Eagles Club, Team Biteng na Minayan Proper, sila mama, sila papa, mga kapatid ko, si Sia, si May, tapos Tropang Chalo, Family Adriano, Coach P, Coach and Management, binabati ko kayo, mga teammates ko. Tapos, binabati ko rin si Bay, magpagaling ka, motor accident, pagaling ka lang, yun lang.
Alright, there you have it, our best player exhibiting. No, hindi lang highest pointer, pati highest pointer, pati din sa batian. Alright. Alright.
Ako si Exekel Biteng, certified homegrown ng Bulacan.
Yan.
Thank you.
Congratulations, XC. Congratulations, DF Bulacan Stars. Again, Bulacan rising to their fourth win in 9 games to keep their hopes of the semifinals alive. And of course, started of course with Ondevilla, John Mark Ondevilla not trying his best. But of course, you have exhibiting, connecting, and when exhibiting connects, that's bad news for any opponent. Of course, Biteng had 11 points in the first quarter. That's a score, 29 all. Of course, Biteng continuing his assault, but he had a lot of help come the second quarter, okay? He had 5 points and 16 points by halftime. But the good thing about that, no, his teammates like Ivy Humacchio, Dick Benedicto, Jeric Sumampong, they all helped out Biteng. And now they pulled away slightly come the halftime break. Okay, now in the third quarter, it was simply both sides matching each other shot for shot. Okay, so it was an 11-point lead. Excuse me, an 11-point lead for Bulacan at halftime. It stayed at 11 as, like what I said, no, both sides were matching each other shot by shot. No, shot for shot. So again, still 11-point lead. But by the fourth, okay, still a chance for Muntinlupa to salvage some pride here at home. But then again, Bulacan had other plans because like what our best player exhibiting said, they really need to end the elimination a high and keep their hopes alive for a possible shot at the semifinals. Of course, their fate not totally in their hands. And first, of course, they helped themselves by winning again 94-71. Back-to-back wins for the DF Stars over Team Muntinlupa. So, it has been a very exciting, well-played doubleheader here at the Angeles Resort Hoopla Gym in Poblacion, Muntinlupa City. We will be back next weekend for the final games of the elimination round of the NBL President's Cup. So until then, Philippines, on behalf of all the hardworking men and women of the NBL and the broadcast crew, this has been Anthony Cervino. Until then, bye! Love you all! Yes!